Hello, everyone. Just really quickly at some requests, I wanted to put in a reminder on how you can do your semester grades. So you should be seeing those semester grades showing up here. Right now, I'm impersonating Matt. Sorry, Matt. You can see all his stuff here. Hooray, hurrah! So I'll mess with Spanish 3, and don't worry, Matt. I will totally undo all of this that I'm about to do. So really quickly, you've got four boxes, and the fifth column being the review box. When you're done, please get that done. As far as calculating the cumulative average, here's where you can select that. As always, I would, if I were you, put in the cumulative semester one average, right? The first semester is what you're going to choose from, right? You don't need to deal with that. You're going to get this, you're going to round and 100%. Okay, so you don't have to mess with anything here. The name is simply whatever you want. I always take it from what it is called in the system. That seems like a good idea. You don't need to do any of the breakdown stuff that's pre-programmed. You do want to pull 100% there. You don't need additional grades. Your decimals will be rounded to 0. That is our practice, and you're going to round up. Now, here's where I would hit save and close. Not going to do that, or Matt will have my hide. Here, you're going to have to calculate the final grade. This is a little different. Again, same thing. I would check everyone. I would calculate final grade, 100% from this. Oops, not 1,000. Round up, same situation. Again, on semester one, it's a much easier situation because it's pulling from a pre-arranged systematic, what am I trying to say here, equation that actually Chris and Alicia helped put into place a year ago. This stuff is pre-built, so that's all great. Unfortunately, the semester effort, as always, is going to have to be dropped down, so you have to do that for each and every, remembering that 3 means, hey, you went well above and beyond. This is meant to be a flag for those students, just letting them know how they're doing. These effort grades do not typically go on final transcripts, so something just to communicate with one another, with advisors, with families, with students. The 2 in the drop down, that's just the normal. That's what everything typically averages out to. And 1 is if a student just really is not turning in work, not performing up to the standards that we would hope that they would. Now, on the semester comment, here's where you can add to all. Here is, where you put in the sort of large scale overview of what the class covered over the course of the semester, right? I typically go into pretty big detail here, which I really enjoy doing simply because it's a record for the student, for the family, but also for ourselves and for administration moving forward. It helps the college counselors tell a story, et cetera, ad nauseum. Once you save that, and I don't want to do that here because that will really mess up Matt, so won't do it to you, Matt. You then can go in and you can actually see that you'll go individual by individual. The bulk will appear here. If I could spell, that'd be great. The bulk will appear here, and then you start doing the actual individual stuff moving on, right? Now, one typical tidbit, if you're looking to both expand but also sort of increase the substantive nature of your comment, one thing that has always been sort of a best practice for us is to try to get the students to reflect in their own words, putting something in there and letting them know that, like, look, I'm going to draw from this for your comment, and then having something in their own words in their comment. How did you do? What could you do better? What's one thing you want to do differently in the coming semester, et cetera. Things like that. The typical reflective stuff that we ask of our kiddos at the Winchendon School. Last but not leastly, clicking all, that's where you would review. Now, clearly, notice this, it's yelling at me because I have nothing done here. So clearly it's going to want me to do that. Now, let me in my impersonation of Matt and go to my own grades because I'm still actually doing some grading for the summer stuff for the constellation that Miss Baden and I are sharing because of just the nature of CLI and the fact that it started last May. So if you look here, you can see my calculations. Isn't that dandy? Now, the difference being that this is not a gradebook calculation. That's a very different conversation because of the summer CLI stuff. Alexandra got a 3, went well above and beyond. If you look at her comments, it's going to be a little different because very, very, dissimilar to what we're doing right now. And those final comments will actually come in the spring from her summer things. But that's, again, sorry to belabor the point, but you'll notice ready for review, right? Ready for review, ready for review, ready for review. Hooray, hurrah. What that does for me is on the back end, I have to go in and actually look at all the grades, right? And so what that will do for me is it whenever you're finished and it all pops up, right? It will come up and show me, what grades are available. So if we come in here, oh man, so those actually show up under Allie right now, these summer students. So what that does is it gives it to me in this final situation, right? And if we need to change anything, this is on the back end where we do that. I can see this. I have to check for everything from accuracy of pronouns to spelling to nature of the comment, etc. And then once I've reviewed them all, since I wrote them, I'm aware of them. I check all, I save and exit, and now those comments are sort of locked in and ready to go into transcript building. And that's something else the registrar and I will do on the back end. Just wanted to show you guys that there. As a side note, just so everyone also knows, we do have health grades that need to be put in. Oh, goodness gracious. And for some reason, I am not seeing that criteria. So if you look, that will show up on the back end, or it should. And if it's not yet, I'll have to go on my end and do that. Hopefully, this is helpful in regards to getting your semester stuff done. Please reach out to me just one-on-one if you need some help with the grading, the commenting, whatever it is you need. I'm here for you, even though I'm 18 minutes north. Hey, great job this semester. You're so close to being done. Thanks for holding it down. Thanks for doing right by our students. And again, one last time, reach out to me if and when you need anything at all. Happy holidays, squad.